Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Excellency Esports 2 stream. We are continuing on our coverage here in the mid-league quarterfinals matchup between Bucky, Stratosphere, and Fever. My name is Mac Dewey. Still with me in the casting booth is none other than the one and only Necrox. My man, we saw in game number 1 so back and forth between these two teams as they each managed to find openings and pop off in big fights, but Fever with a huge play on the top side of the map, able to pick up Baron Nashor and storm to a quick win in game 1.
That game was close all the way until that final call around Baron. They gave up Drake and it ended up paying off. Sometimes you got to give up some to take some, and Fever understood their game plan. I think the top above us here is a little confused, but Buckies are down 1-0 here into the best of 5. But we're straight into picks and bans for game 2, and I expect a little bit of changes. Talked about this earlier. Nocturne, I expect to be banned away from the likes of Fever, because that one was rough to deal with.
Or are Bucky's going to be thinking about picking it up for themselves? Array potentially going to lose his signature Xin Zhao, but Necrox, we see Fever thinking about it. Nocturne going to be the first pick coming through on the side of Bucky's. Same exact bans here in game 2 as we saw in game 1.
Yeah, and for Fever, you don't really have to change very much unless you're scared of the Nocturne, but according to their draft, they are not. So they are willing to give that one up. The question is, what do they get in return? Tristana is a good pick. I don't think she's the greatest marksman in the meta right now. Aphelios is kind of rough, though, to play into something like the Nocturne. So Tristana makes a lot of sense. Can Rocket jump away from the fear? Slow doesn't affect her all too much. We'll see, though. Fever now have to decide, what do they want into the Nocturne, or are they willing to blind pick anything else? I would imagine we're going to get something like a jungle. Champions like the Rumble have fallen off in priority. Xin Zhao banned away. Leona, though, they're just willing to blind pick it. With Thresh taken off the board, one of her hardest matchups. Might as well just get the engage button, go again.
Rice every meal, losing his Thresh, but it's the big brain move, Necrox. As you pointed out, it takes away a tough matchup for the Leona pick. Now is Macro Beast going to once again trying to make the bot lane work on a mage pick, or are we going to see something a little bit better against the Tristana? Nope. Max questions are answered immediately. It may be my superpower. Seraphine going to be locked in for Macro Beast potentially.
Yeah, while they did lose their turret really early, while they were getting pushed in, the CS differential wasn't the issue. It was really losing exhaust early on and then not able to ever step up. So honestly, I don't hate it. They're the ones with the Nautilus this time. Interesting to see the Nautilus into Leona. Some supports do like this matchup, but regardless, they're just looking for engage. They're just looking for a tank. It makes sense. Response from Fever. What? Wow. Okay. Kindred into Nocturne. So dive in, press the R button, no one dies. That's the game plan.
Let's see how your Mad Cute is going to be doing on a champion that's a little bit, I feel like, harder to execute versus the Nocturne, where his game plan, very simple. I'm going to give you nightmares, I'm going to paranoia my way in, and we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a party in the backline or the front line. Hey man, he could do whatever, but the Kindred, Lamb's Respite needs to be really well timed in order to come through in the clutch.
Yeah, and honestly, into the Seraphine as well, if you have any sort of movement speed bonus, the charm applies on top of that. So you're going to quite literally be sprinting out of the Lamb's Respite. So things get really chaotic in these team fights when all 10 members want to be in this little tiny zone. So good luck, Mac, in trying to tell me what's going on in this team fights, because I'm not even going to be able to tell you. I get the benefit of a replay. You don't. Kindred, though, certainly a very powerful champion in the right hands. We'll see if that can come in the hands of your Mad Cute. Galio makes sense. Don't want to get the Galio knock up on everyone in the zone. So we'll see exactly where they're headed. I would imagine we're blind picking. Maybe blind pick Stubby because he's just a tank player. Shen is available if they wanted it. We'll see. Okay. It's just going to be...
We'll have to see here. Hopefully the the Mac Dewey internet will hang on for me a little bit. The Orin gonna be the choice for Stubby. And boy oh boy, Necrox, did we see some serious plays come through for the second team All-Pro top laner. Even on a champion like this, Bucky's might need to call 911 after the call of the Forge God is made.
Yeah, Ornn, big engaged champion. Ooh, okay. What do we have here? It is a Samira picked up. I think it's really terrible, honestly, into champions like a Tristana, like a Kindred, like an Ornn and a Leona. But whatever, I guess they just grab it. So Seraphine's going to be headed mid lane. They get the 2v2 power in bot, but Leona Tristana, one of the few 2v2s that actually can win out if you land your Zenith Blade, if you land the Shield of Daybreak, plus the Ignite, you're getting all that Conqueror healing in the early game, plus the Shield Bow. Things could get rough in bot lane for Bucky's once again. I think we may have lost Mac Dewey for just a second, but hopefully he'll be on his way back. For now, I'll be guiding you through draft. Diana is picked up here for Bucky's once again. So probably going to be a Nocturne top lane, Diana jungle, Seraphine mid. Welcome back, Mac. Hey, we got Diana and Sylas as our last picks. Sylas pretty good at taking away Diana's ult, using it better than she can. And I think we're going to get a Nocturne solo lane this time for Bucky's.
Hey, the Mac is back, and what a spicy
Cheers,
draft for us here in game 2. We were wondering how the teams were exactly going to adapt in game 2, especially Bucky's, and they're going to switch Macro Beast onto what he's perhaps maybe more comfortable on in the natural ADC champion. Bucky's have been throwing him on a lot of mages like the Swain, like the Ziggs. I wonder what he's going to be doing now that he has a real weapon in the bot lane.
Yeah, most played in solo queue. Good win rate on it, so I expect great things from him. The biggest issue is Samira needs to come late into a draft because she's a very anti-comp dependent. And that was a really dumb way to phrase it, but she needs to play into a low CC composition where she can dash around team fights and cause a lot of chaos. Do have the advantage of being able to win while the Ornal, so that's one thing you can negate. You can't stop Leona flash bonking you with her shield. Can't stop that at all. Not sure what Macro Beast is planning on doing about that. Probably going to take something like the Cleanse to help him out. But if they focus him down, I don't think Macro Beast can get the wild rush resets that he's looking for. We'll see, though, if he is able to run these fights, because Samira is that kind of champ. Either run the fight or do nothing.
And Scruff actually, on the Sylas pick, that's one of the champions Degens decided to ban away from him in week 9. And Necrox looking across the board at this Bucky's composition. You've got the Nocturne, the Seraphine, Nautilus, Samira, Diana, a whole heck of a lot of fun ultimates for Sylas to play with in this one.
Yeah, so many ultis to use. Not only do you have the Paranoia to maybe follow up on a fight, if you're already there, you don't really need the Paranoia. You can just grab the Diana ulti or the Seraphine ulti. Two huge AP ults that scale really well with AP damage. The ratios are pretty good on those. So also big ultis there. Even the Nautilus is a massive ulti that is often undervalued on the Sylas. So got to be worried about what Dictator Scruff can do, and Fever in game 1 put the money on him. We'll see if that's their same game plan. And with a weak side top lane, with a 2v2 that may get a little bit volatile, I expect your Mad Cute to go back to the winning formula.
Absolutely. And boy, oh boy, was that a huge formula for Fever there in game 1. Once again, have a lot of DPS for objectives to try to make quick work, quick plays on the map, as well as some solid engage tools. Rice every meal getting his hands on the Leona, exactly what they want. Necrox, I'm expecting some massive solar flares here in game 2, but Bucky's not short on tools, as I mentioned before, for the Sylas. I mean, they're going to be playing with the themselves, and I like this choice to go for the Diana Nocturne duo. I think it's going to be absolutely lethal, as Bucky's a lot more damage, a lot more of, I think, a rounded out composition for themselves here in game 2.
Yeah, you have the mage mid lane, you have the AP jungle, you have the AD side lanes. Makes a lot of sense. Biggest question mark for their composition is this Kindred ulti, right?
Yep.
That completely changes the dynamic of a team fight. I know we harped on it a little bit earlier, but now that you really see things come through, oftentimes when you're analyzing games, you like to think, how many big AoE ultis can you negate? There's a lot in this game. There's 3 plus a Nautilus if you count it. So you're mad cute.
Right.
Huge cooldown that we have to watch. On the
Mhm.
other end, though, of things for Fever, it is very scaling. You have a Tristana, you have a Kindred, you have an Ornn, all champions that like to wait until items come through. And the marks, obviously, something that we have to keep track of for your mad cute in the jungle.
Mhm.
Not sure they want to contest too many early objectives, probably looking to trade for things like that Herald. If they can get the Herald, get the
Yep.
cash onto critical members, that could really make the difference come late game. Because if you blow your ultis in a Kindred ult, you're waiting on base stats, base damage numbers to carry you through. And if you got cash in your back pocket for Fever, that'll take you through a win time and time again.
And something that I really liked from them in game number one was that they did such a solid job rotating around your Mad Cute, not giving Array a lot of space to breathe. He's back on the Diana, had some really solid team fights there, but the early game looking a little rough. I'll be looking at the Kindred pick, and let's see how much Scruff and Stubby are going to be able to help him, as well as Evil Zara and Rice. Necrox, they're known for their ability to
Yeah.
dominate the lane early on, getting early level 2s, and then getting advantages through that and spreading them across the entire game. On the side of Bucky's, I'm a little curious, Necrox, who are you looking to kind of step up here in game two?
In game 2, I'm looking at 2 members. Macro Beast has a Samira. That is a massive player in team fights if you can make it happen.
Hmm.
And the other one is Array. You are Diana. Please don't go with this nonsense Horizon focus build that I had to Google to see if it was a thing and it actually wasn't in between games. Just go Conquer. Just go Nashers. You're somehow going to have to kill an Ornn, Leona, even a Silas, who are going to be pretty damn tanky in the late game. Just get the damage up, get the consistent DPS, and then Array can begin to carry these fights. Get involved early on. Make sure Macro Beast is getting ahead. And with that, I think Bucky's can send us to a game 3 with an even score line.
That's going to do it for the draft. Buckle up and get ready for yet another roller coaster. Game 2 going to start in just a bit. Bucky's looking to come back after Fever took game 1 in deciding fashion. Don't click out of that browser. We'll be back in just a bit. Hello, Summoners. Welcome onto the Rift for game number 2. It's Fever versus Bucky's to find out who's going to be making their way to the Mid-League semi-finals. My name is Mac Dewey. Joining me in the casting booth is none other than the one and only Necrox. Fever able to take game 1 after picking up Baron and popping off with it. Their late game composition finally coming together. Bucky's mixing things up in the draft. Macro Beast on the surprise Samira, and they're invading on the bottom side. But as we see, Necrox, Fever sticking together on the top side.
Yeah, Fever all together here on top side. Want to make sure no shenanigans go down in this early game. And it's just 5v5. They're just sitting in a bush waiting for an invade, but they read wrong, so won't be able to get any early game off here. Ward dropped on the buff here, so should know where your Mad Cute is starting off. A ward dropped as well to deny a possible invade to Array. Kindred can get pretty low on her initial clear if you don't kite correctly, so wanting to make sure they have the safety of that ward in time. We'll see, though, as this game plays out where these junglers want to go. I expect a bloodbath regardless of whether junglers are headed down bot lane or not. This 2v2, man, can get insane. Exhaust Ignite for Eben and Macro. It is heal and exhaust in for Zara and Rice, so really indexing in this 2v2 pretty heavily.
In Necrox, I think Array heard you from the casting booth. He's got the Conqueror now
Yes.
on the Diana, and I think even though he had a very solid game number 1 on the pick, I think game 2 might be going a little bit better.
Yeah, game 2 might be a little bit better here for him with the, the Conqueror build. Makes it a lot easier to actually do damage instead of just trying to one-shot someone. Oh no, they flashed out of my ult. What can I do? I'm not a champion anymore. We'll actually be able to stack his passive up and get some auto attacks through. So love to see it here. Adaptation. Maybe he was heeding my words. Hook in bot lane level 1 though, and Macro started Q, which means there's no ability to follow up. And that is the support interaction I was talking about. If you don't stop your passive auto from coming through for the Nautilus, Leo can use her Shield of Daybreak. But if he actually doesn't passive auto, she bounces away. You get your Aftershock. She doesn't get hers. Small thing there for Eben. We'll see if she can change that one up as this lane plays out.
And Rice every meal getting some intel, drops the trinket ward, no Krugs are there. Array must now be on the top side of the map. You're mad cute, getting some critical information as Necrox. It's a little bit of a different story this time around in the mid lane for Jesus, this time able to pressure now You're mad cute after shoving in the wave.
Yeah, wanting to get as much done possible, trying to take every small micro advantage as possible. Going to sort of reset though for now, just going back to normal as these junglers trying to both path towards the same direction. The mark is on top side. Is Dictator looking for something in mid lane?
F for You're mad cute, not getting the right scuttle lottery. He didn't have the right numbers. Necrox, so he's going to be taking a little bit of a worse scuttle trade as usual.
Yeah, it doesn't get a 50-50 there, so just gets the one as crab instead of the actual scuttle, so unlucky for him. But regardless, game 2, honestly, my eyes are on this bot lane as Evil Zara Rice pushing in, Array doing his best to counter jungle topside. Mad Cute's going to walk into an empty Crook Pit as well, so time wasted here for him. This bot lane, even though it appears Zara and Rice have the push here, one all in, one wrong misstep from Zara or Rice means this 2v2 is not theirs anymore. The exhaust between Zara will do almost 0 damage with the explosive shot. Exhaust though, still in for Rice. So really just waiting for that one hook as this bot lane is so volatile. There is the hook in.
And I think Ebon and Macro have been playing the early lane phase really immaculately. Another hook connecting Evil Zara. Ignite onto him. The dash coming in. Macro looking for a kill. Evil Zara able to heal and flash away. But a whole heck of a lot of summoner spells burned there, Necrox.
Yeah, I don't think we're actually in sync anymore. Something happened to our chrono break, my friends. We're going to have to sync back up with our producer. Hopefully that isn't resolved too quick. I think you're actually a little bit ahead of the action. But regardless, Zara getting away here, spoiled regardless. Does go pretty low, though. So we'll have to be very, very careful about where he steps into this upcoming wave. Just want to make sure we are on the same page at about 4:55 right now.
I am way ahead. I'm just gonna watch the Discord stream. I'm gonna get brought down to earth. As I don't know what really happened there. It's all good though. Scruff going to be just CSing in the mid lane. That's gonna be a teleport actually coming out of Jesus, as earlier we saw a blown flash.
Yeah, and Drake secured no problem here as well for Bucky's. Don't think there's really any way to contest this one with the early game threat that they put down. So this one is all Bucky's early game for now. They have a 400 gold advantage. They want the fight though.
Macro getting help out. First blood going over to Array. Dictator Struff trying to get in here, but he doesn't have the damage. Macro Beast styling on everyone. Array gonna be able to pick up a kill. It is a doozy. A rumble in the jungle, and Bucky's are coming out on top. Slim Kim getting the paranoia. Ultimate Evil Zara unable to rocket jump away. It's a double kill coming through. Macro Beast picking up one as well. Bucky's getting 5 kills down in the bot lane.
That's an ace at 6 minutes. You might not say it on your screen, Mac Dewey, but all 5 members die. That is disaster for Fever. They try to make something happen, but that was not the move. Zara was not in time. He was farming bot wave. Uncalculated. Someone just gets blown up at the very beginning. Pretty sure it's the jungle for Fever. And without a full-on 5v5, they can't make anything happen. Looking for something on the back end, but I don't think they can take this.
He's just a little caught out here. That's going to be him picking up a killing spree. Actually, Scruff is going to try to even things up, though. Looking to pick up the kill.
Oh, he's got him.
Dictator Scruff trying to get the shutdown. There we go. Evil Zara hopping in. Fever able to answer back.
All right. So we got a little fight back from Fever. Overstay from Bucky's maybe caused them a couple of deaths. Plus Stubby crashing this huge wave on top side gets himself a plate with the Demolish proc as well. So all in all, not the worst thing ever for Fever, but definitely getting wiped that early in the game is not what you would want to see. The gold, though, goes on to where you would want it for Fever. They have Evil Zara with a kill. They have a kill for Dictator Scruff. And we're going to get one more look, actually, at how this fight went down. TP comes in for Stubby, I believe. You can see him channeling his recall top lane. Immediately TP's in. Top side, though, we got a fight going down. Stubby's in trouble.
That's just gonna be a solo kill coming through. Slim Kim getting the better part of the top lane matchup this time around. The Orn God not getting any help from the Forge God there, Netcrox, has Stubby down 1-2 early on.
Yeah, 2 deaths on this Thorn, but it doesn't matter that Orn's behind. It only matters about who's ahead. Nocturne with extra gold is pretty scary. Diana with extra gold as well. But the other ones that are getting more cash than that, Macro Beast and Jesus. The Seraphine building damage. Macro Beast, of course, building his way towards that shield bow. 311, 203 for these carries. That is huge. If these champions are ahead, they go from season 2021 champions to season good luck winning the game champions. And it is impossible to take them out when they are comboed together properly. Eben wants something. Hook goes wide, and you're mad cute waiting on the wings in case some shenanigans do transpire.
No vision for Bucky's. They don't know what is waiting in the darkness for them. Array on the top side of the map. It's going to be a 3v2 fight, not in favor for Bucky's. Macro Beast getting real low. Evil Zara going to get the shutdown. Ebon caught out as well. Fever managed to answer back in a big way in the bot lane.
Good stuff there. You're mad cute sniffing it out, Eben. Stepping so far up, she's telegraphed on the play. So Fever jungle answers in kind, and they get 2 back. 1 on to the jungle, 1 on to the AD carry, and just like that, Fever have brought themselves almost completely back to even. Only 1,000 separating the teams, and it's not all too bad considering you literally were aced at 6 minutes. Jungle starting up Rift Herald, and what do we talk about, Array? You can't do this!
Scruff is caught in the vision, the paranoia, but the healing from the Silas coming in, that's going to be another nightmare answered. Shelly Necrox, he's pretty pissed off about it getting dragged around all over the place. He's going to heal back up, but Bucky's have 2 members in the area. Slim Kim and Jesus, the solo laners, going to be looking to pick up this objective, but look at your mad cute, he does have smite.
Something about Array on these Rift Heralds in the early game is not making me smile all too much. Gonna try to steal it, doesn't get it.
Slim Kim does have ultimate. Oh, and you're mad cute using it to keep Slim Kim alive. The paranoia not available, my bad. Whoa. Slim Kim goes on a killing spree. Stubby gonna miss, but he does get the shutdown. Look at Array coming back. Oh my goodness, Necrox. So many fights in the river. 17 kills so far in the first 10 minutes of the game.
We're going at it at every objective, at every turn, and Array runs it down and runs it straight back into the Rift Herald pit. He wanted his vengeance there, and he got it onto Stubby, who was staying alive for as long as he could. But the Ornn isn't quite tanky enough. We're going to get one replay of it. They're going to try to finish this one out. You're mad cute making his way down here. But just not in time. Dictator had already died at this point to the paranoia, so that cooldown is gone. But finishing this one up, Slim Kim is pretty low on this Rift Herald. So you're mad cute trying to get over in time. 150, 109, finally secured. Good lands respite, but then the Ornhorn doesn't hit both. It buys enough time. Slim Kim gets the one. Stubby lucky to trade this one back, to be honest. Slim Kim probably should have just walked away, but Stubby gets 1 in his pocket. He'll be happy to just grab the 1, but Fever come up with 1 kill, minus the Rift Herald. Definitely not something they were looking to have happen.
Well, don't worry, Necrox. If you were worried about Game 2 not living up to the same expectations, Game 1 set, I think we can rest easy knowing we got one heck of a series on our hands here. The next dragon spawned in Bucky Stratosphere, the first team in the bot lane river, to make sure they're looking at picking up their second dragon of the game. Scruff just going to back off as Slim Kim making his arrival to the mid lane. And Bucky's have a lot more DPS for taking down these objectives here in Game 2 versus Game 1.
Fever can't walk into this one at all. They have 0 mythics. Or Slim Kim, excuse me, already has his Stridebreaker completed. Plus he has Paranoia up. The Ignite TP combo for him as well allows him to get back to top lane without losing all too much versus Stubby's Ornn. You're Mad Cute, meanwhile, in the jungle, doing his best to counter away. Does get 1 stack. I'm actually going to quickly look at how many stacks You're Mad Cute has. That is number 4 for this Kindred. That is the power spike you like to see, getting that extra bonus range to this Kindred. Though she might be 1 and 3, is actually kind of online right now.
You're Mad Cute can't be too mad about how this early game has gone. Bucky's with a little over a 1,000 gold lead here as we approach the 13-minute mark. Slim Kim, though, 1 level up on Stubby as this Nocturne seriously doing some damage against the Ornn. Stubby having a little bit of a rough start of the series, you know, pretty uncharacteristic for him here as Slim Kim in game 1, we saw him constantly shoving Stubby under turret with the Aatrox. Now in game number 2, still not getting any breath, but look at the potential gank coming through. Slim Kim got to be careful, but look at the damage he's able to dish out. Lamb's Respite is available, and it is a tough position to be with. He's going to try to look for the burst. The Call of the Forge got absorbed. There's Lamb's Respite.
What?
When he walks through Necrox, the Ignite burns him down. The Fear comes
Oh my
through.
god.
It's double kill in the top lane for Slim Kim.
FF! Get me out! I don't want to be here anymore! What are they doing, MacDewey? What in the world was that? Stubby flashes into a brush? You have Lamb's Respite, just use your damn cooldowns, Fever. You don't need to style on him. You're gonna lose the Lamb's Respite regardless. The Paranoia's up. Oh, it's so bad. Now bot side 2v2. They shouldn't have too much problem. Walk away. Unless they want the re-engage, they won't. The Zenith Blade going wide, but oh, that's so frustrating for Stubby and You're Mad Cute. They thought they had baited Slim Kim into a good position, but it ends up being terrible. They lose their turret. They lose out 1v2, and this Nocturne, man, he is going to cause nightmares at anyone he looks at from now on.
Sure, right now it looks not too bad for Stubby, but we see the Phage pickaxe picked up in the plated steel caps. It was almost 3,000 gold in the pocket for Slim Kim. Doesn't have teleport, but it's a 3v3 in the bot lane. Array looking for the engage. He's just going to go in on Rice every meal anyway. No Lamb's Respite available. Flash burned out of Rice.
That's, again, You're Mad Cute is reading the play correctly. I really like this guy's jungle intellect. He's always in the right spot, but maybe just not on the same page with his teammates in this game. I feel like they were more coordinated in game 1, which is odd to say, but Rice having the flash, even though the jungler was around because they don't have the cooldowns for it. Now he's hovering here for the dive, but this is the wrong call. This time, there's no dive effort. It's a base coming in instead. Dictator looking for the 1v1 in mid, has the encore. Thinking about going in, but instead will just walk out. 30 CS lead for him feels good, but Macro has a CS lead for himself, and of course topside is going to be losing. The biggest problem here to me, Array, my friend, what are you building? That is not the right item, my friend. The Nashor's Tooth, I was expecting it, and we're not getting it.
Man, Necrox being a sad boy on stream, and that's 2 Hextech Alternators?
What? Oh,
no,
okay.
Array going with the Horizon Focus Rush. We'll have to see if it pans out for him here in game 2. Game 1 didn't look too great, I'll be honest. At least they have more DPS with the Samira. Macro going to be feeling a little bit safer now that the Immortal Shield Bow is completed. 1 minute on the next dragon, a little bit over that. And right now, what do you think? Slim Kim headed down to the bot lane. Do you permanently move him out of top lane, Necrox?
Yeah, I mean, you could operate Slim Kim on this bot lane for the time being. Paranoia online doesn't have TP. The only one that does right now is Stubby and Dictator Scruff. Jesus doesn't ever need to move out of mid, so his TP doesn't matter, to be honest. He can kind of just sit here in front of the wave. He's Seraphine, that's his job. So Slim Kim down here sets up a lot of pressure for Fever to walk in. They can't walk in with just Rice anymore. I love what he's doing here, by the way. Knows that this engage doesn't exactly go their way, so he's just baiting for this one. Hex Flash. Thinking about it, but Slim Kim being here, point stands, sets up a lot of issues. Rift Herald going to be summoned. 18 seconds, good priority for Array now.
Ebon going to miss the hook. Evils are just able to back up. Slim Kim on a control ward with Jesus now looking for a potential pick. Could try to look to burn the limbs. Respite. Dragon spawning right now, Necrox.
Drake's up as we speak, and first move always going to go to Bucky's. They have the priority necessary. Zara's going to try to crash this wave in, but look how deep Slim Kim is in this jungle. Stubby is so damn far away. He has teleport, but without your big meatball Ornn coming in, they cannot make it happen. Fever decided this one isn't theirs. They want to give it away, trade something back for it, and they're going for top turret.
Gruff looking, I believe, to pick up that scuttle as Rice every meal just gonna try to scope out the area. It looks like Soul Point potentially. We see Slim Kim though is caught in another 1v2 situation. This time not gonna go the same way. Shut down going over to Stubby and Necrox. He just had no idea Scruff was there for him. Now a dive potentially onto the bot lane. 4 members of Bucky. You're Mad Cute gonna try to race down. They back off after the missed dredge line from Ebon.
Okay, 2 huge misplays from Bucky Stratosphere to set up a Fever comeback narrative. 1, don't paranoia onto an Ornn. Don't even think you kill him. Probably, yeah, he just walks away. Evan, good flash, meanwhile, out of that engage attempt from Rice. Ray's here. They want to teleport. Forget about the analysis. It's time to fight.
It's 2 teleports coming in. Necrox is a raise looking to try to dash away. It's Slim Kim joining the fight. A huge moonfall not able to come through. Slim Kim looking to get onto the back line. A huge encore finds so many of Fever. Slim Kim trying to stay alive, but it's now Macro Beast looking to style on everyone. Still in the Lamb's Respite, gonna get a little healed, but it is Fever coming back here in game 2. Scruff gonna be able to finish off Jesus, but he does get Stubby. A clean ace coming through as it's a 5 for 2.
Fever, 1 call, 1 decision, 1 opportunity, 1 moment. They turn it all around again. Just at the moment when they give something up, always they get their angle, they get their fight, and they turn it around. What an angle there to find the kill into Macro before he can spin once again. Love to see it from Fever. These decisions are so important. Whoever's making the calls for them tonight, this guy deserves a raise. We're gonna look at this one more time. Starts out with Eben getting chunked, has to flash away from the Leona engage, and then they spot Array. Now the hunt is on. Teleport channeled. The other TP is pretty late, honestly, from the returning party. Exhaust in, and watch Array. He's gonna go in, bang, dies immediately to Zara's bomb. No moonfall to be found. Encore connects, yes, but Macro spinning is only hitting the front line. He doesn't find any backline members. Then you're Mad Cute able to tumble away, get that Lamb dress spit out, and Zara with the confidence, hopping forward, getting resets, and they wipe up the kills. Fever are right back in this game.
Man, and just think if Array had Gnasher's tooth. Just kidding. Yeah, Bucky's unable to really find the fight they were looking for, playing very reactively, playing right into Fever's hands. Eben going to be just fine, but Evils are, he's looking to pull the trigger. Macro Beast dishing out a lot of damage. The fail flash, Evils are not like this. Don't put it in the hype video. Shut down going over to Rice every meal. Jesus gonna be able to pick up the kill. Bucky's answering back. Fever misstepping a little bit. The comeback still in play though, I think.
We gotta get another hype video. Put what Evils are on spell flash, and I love it.
I'm just messing. I don't mean to
yeah, no. Unfortunate there. You can tell the tension is on for him. Definitely, if he dies there, it is really bad. And guess what? He dies along with Rice, overextended. And guess what's online just in time? It is Baron. Evils is back up along with Rice. They don't do this one all too quickly with the Diana, the build that she's gone. Samira doesn't do this one awfully quick as well. Baron is such a decisive call here, but I'm not sure it's the right one. Rice has engaged in just a moment. They want the fight anyway.
Slim Kim getting your Mad Q immediately away from the objective.
Oh, no.
Dictator Scruff not in the right place. Shut down going over to Macro Beast. It's now a 4v5 around the objective. Here comes the bot lane Necrox. Evils are and Rice every meal. Not a lot of summoners available, but a whole heck of a lot of damage rooted down for the time being. Evils are chunked out and deleted immediately. Bucky Stratosphere looking to come back in game number 2. The Inferno's triggered and they're melting through Fever. That's gonna be the ace around Baron.
Season 2021 champions are legit. Jesus and Macro Beast combo them effectively, and there's no escape from Bucky's 5-on-5. Array diving in, Macro diving in, and Fever dying on the spot. Baron secured Bucky's. They heard us on the desk talking about a Fever comeback in game 2, and it's anything but.
Oh my goodness. Necrox, let's take a look at this important fight. Slim Kim starting off with the zone in, and it goes downhill from there.
Yeah, Slim Kim tried here, but Dictator being dead with his ulti online is massive. We talked about how many tools he had. And couldn't use a single one of them in this fight, but watch Evil Zara gets rooted up, steps in the wrong spot. Now we get another fight in live though.
Around the Cloud Soul, Bucky Stratosphere pulling the trigger once again. That's gonna be 3 members of Fever going down quickly. Your Mad Q unable to save anyone with the Lamb's Respite. Everyone shielded up and going in. Bucky Stratosphere find 4, as well as the Cloud Soul looking so damn good in purple.
Fever shouldn't have been there. This isn't their fight. You can outscale. There are angles to find fights in the late game, but that wasn't one of them. And Jesus, in these 5v5s, that shielding, that healing is just too much. The Baron replay, sure, but the one that matters is when you get wiped away for the 2nd time. And with Baron now online, they can do it again. We're going to take one more look at this replay, but your Mad Cute's being caught out again.
Necrox, a replay? No. Constant action on the Rift. Array blowing up Evil Zara. The moon has fallen, and it is an apocalypse coming through for Fever. The Call of the Forge God going to get blocked away cleanly by Macro Beast. Just looking, really embodying, I think, the style S points coming through. That's going to be the Hex Flash away. Are we going to get another Baron quick base destruction here through this series? It looks like Bucky's might just decide to back off a bit.
Yeah, they're going to give a little bit more time. Throws him a little bit of gold. Dictator over the wall with his Everfrost trying to get in work, but it's just a rotation now on the bot side. Still 5 members strong. Remember, they have a Seraphine. These low health bars aren't actually low health bars. It's a ruse. They don't actually take damage. Dictator going in. Finds a knock up. This could be big. They want the engage. It's Fever on the chase, and Bucky's on the run. Can they find it? Rice doesn't have his ulti quite yet, and Fever just come up short. They don't have the cooldowns, and Bucky's escape with their lives. Maybe they want back in, though. They aren't giving up. They want everything, and this jungle belongs to them. Man, this game went from close to gone in a matter of seconds. And Bucky's with Soul, with Baron, and now with a win condition clearly in their eyes, think we're headed 1-1 here.
The gold lead has ballooned up to 11,000 in favor of Bucky's. Huge item advantage. Jesus with 22 stacks. Necrox 2-2 on the Medjai's Soul Stealer. So strong. The Seraphine mid working out for Bucky's a little bit better than the Seraphine in the bot lane. They've seemed to find their footing here in the series.
Yeah, celebrating your history there. I believe you just, turned 23? So this one is celebrating your past. Am I right? Am I wrong? Tell me I'm right?
I just turned 21. It's all good.
21. All right, celebrating your future.
Crocs, come on.
It sounds better. It sounds better. Celebrate your future with the pages in the book. And he's got 225 on his other item as well. I believe the Seraphs, they're Archangels now. But regardless, lots of bounties to collect here for Fever if they can get a fight they want, but this 5v5 hasn't been going their way all night. They really haven't had an easy way in. Slim Kim, his ulti's been hijacked. I'm not sure they want this one in the 2v3 though, so gonna have to rotate more members top side. Jesus, a little far out to be honest, but it's all a bait. There's members here in the wings.
Is he gonna get bursted down quickly enough? Scruff gonna try to buy some time, but Necrox, I don't think he has enough.
Oh my God.
Try to burst it down. He does get the shutdown onto Jesus. Rice every meal finds a huge solar flare, but the damage follow-up just isn't quite there for Fever. 4 members gonna try to defend the turret. Baron buff no longer online for Baron, but look at Array. He's found Evil Zora. He's found the pick once again. He goes unstoppable. Bucky Stratosphere looking to pop off in game number 2. Here the Lamb's Rest pick. The Inferno. Macro Beast with a triple kill. And I think this could be game.
Spinning, winning, demolishing Fever. And what a game it was from Macro, Jesus, and Array, Slim Kim. Everyone comes up big and all heads for Bucky Stratosphere. This series isn't over yet. This game is, though, as the Nexus is gone. Dictator tried his hardest, but there's no way back in. Fever lose out, and Bucky's even the score.
This series is just getting started, Necrocs. Bucky's come up huge. They don't throw it away. They keep their mental strong here, and they don't let fights not going their way deter them from taking the initiative, for having the courage to look for big engages. Don't doubt the build. Array, a huge performance on the Diana. Everyone coming together for Bucky Stratosphere.
Yeah, honestly, everyone doing their part there, all for Eben as well. She had the engages necessary, and just as I was about to say, they made 2 big mistakes by letting the top die in the 1v2, sort of baiting in with a paranoia, and then not getting return play on bot side. They turn it all around. They find team fight after team fight, objective after objective, and Bucky's make it happen. This team is no longer a winless heavy league. They're a playoff contender. They're a championship contender back in mid league, and they just took down Fever in style. If they can get this sort of game again, Fever, their mentals will break. I know this team can have fragile ability to sort of adapt after things go wrong, but I want to see Fever stand strong, put up a fight in these later games. Don't let it get to you. Bucky's, however, man, if they continue this run, if they continue this play style and play proactively, they could take this one all night long.
Hey, we have got quite the heavyweight matchup in quarterfinals. Mid-League Summer 2021, baby. Getting real interesting. It's the best of 3 now. Both teams trading games back between game 1 and game 2. We've got game number 3 coming up. We're going to hop into a quick break, but we'll be back in draft in just a bit.